Have you ever been betrayed? A close friend who turned their back, a colleague who stabbed you in silence, or even someone you loved and trusted, who suddenly became the source of your deepest hurt. In that first hot instant, a flame rises in your chest, fierce, raw, demanding one thing: I will make them pay. But then the question creeps in: how? Do you shout until your throat goes dry, launch into a public fight, or try to wound them as they wounded you? Slow down. Breathe. A Stoic would whisper something different. No, don't waste your life on that small, noisy revenge. Because the greatest revenge isn't dragging someone down, it's climbing so high that they can no longer reach you. It's quiet, it's steady, it's work done in the dark while everyone else is busy talking. It's turning what they meant to break into the fire that forges you stronger. If you want to watch this idea unfold, if you want the kind of comeback that's built from dignity, not drama, stay with me. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Join the habit so you don't miss the next lesson on turning pain into power. Now, let's learn how to make your silence the most dangerous thing they'll ever hear. Part 1. From Pain to Motivation. You think they broke you? No. They handed you the strongest fuel you'll ever know. Think back to Oprah Winfrey. Once told she was unfit for television, dismissed, ridiculed, underestimated, she could have drowned in bitterness. But instead, she rose. She took the very words meant to bury her and turned them into bricks for an empire. Today, her name echoes across the world, not because she silenced her critics with shouts, but because she outgrew them with undeniable greatness. That's the essence of real revenge. Not lowering yourself to fight in the mud, but climbing to a height where their voices can no longer reach you. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. Epictetus was born a slave. His body was chained, his freedom stolen, he was beaten and insulted. Yet, instead of letting pain turn him into a creature of hate, he used it as fire to forge character. He declared, "It is not events that disturb you, but your judgments about them." Do you hear the depth of that? Pain itself isn't the enemy. The betrayal, the insult, the rejection, none of these destroy you. What destroys you is how you interpret them. If you see them as curses, they bury you. But if you see them as lessons, they raise you. Let's be honest, betrayal burns. It cuts deep. The friend who turned their back, the colleague who smiled in your face while sharpening a knife behind it, the family member you trusted who left scars that no apology could heal. And in that raw moment, you face a choice. Two doors. The first door, collapse. Let the wound define you. Become the bitter shadow they hoped you'd become. The second door, transformation. Use every scar as armor. Use every rejection as proof you don't need their approval. Use every betrayal as a mirror, showing you who is real and who never was. That's the path of the Stoic. That's the path of power. Because pain, when embraced, becomes the greatest teacher. It strips away illusions. It shows you who truly stands beside you. And it leaves you with a question only you can answer. Will you let this break you? Or will you let it build you? And if you choose the second, you'll discover something breathtaking. You weren't broken at all. You were being sharpened. Part 2. The power of silence. The weak react. The strong remain silent. Picture this. You're at work. A colleague spreads lies about you, twisting stories, painting you as the villain. In front of your boss, in front of others, the trap is set. And everyone waits, holding their breath, expecting you to explode, to defend yourself, to give them a scene. But instead, you smile. You say nothing. You turn back to your work. Weeks pass, months pass, and then the truth walks into the room on its own 2 feet. Your results, your discipline, your steady hand, they stand taller than any rumor. The one who slandered you, they shrink. They become the clown. And you become untouchable. That's the power of silence. Seneca warned us long ago, Do not waste your time arguing over trifles. Let your life itself be the answer. Think about it. Arguments rarely change minds. Shouting rarely earns respect. But silence, it unsettles people. It makes them wonder what you're building while they waste their breath. It keeps your energy intact, your focus unbroken, your dignity unshaken. Silence is not weakness. It's strategy. Every word you don't speak is fuel saved for something greater. Every insult you don't chase is time you invest in your craft. Every battle you walk away from is proof that your mind is not chained to the noise of petty people. And here's the paradox. The quieter you become, the louder your presence feels. They gossip in the shadows, but they cannot ignore your glow. They whisper your name, but your silence makes their whispers sound small. Ask yourself this: when was the last time you regretted staying silent? Rarely. But how many times have you regretted exploding in anger, saying too much, lowering yourself to someone else's level? Silence protects you from that trap. It doesn't mean you accept injustice. It means you refuse to waste your soul on battles that don't matter. It means you let time, truth, and results fight for you. So, the next time someone provokes you, pause. Step back. Remember Seneca's words. And remind yourself, your silence is not surrender. It is sovereignty. Because when the storm passes, and it always does, what remains is not the noise. What remains is you. Part 3. Success as the ultimate revenge. You don't need to scream at your enemies. You let your success scream for you. Think of J.K. Rowling. 12 publishers turned her away. Some told her she had no future in writing. They shut the door. They dismissed her dreams. She could have spent her life angry at them, but instead, she chose to keep writing. Alone, in silence, with nothing but conviction. And when Harry Potter finally reached the world, those very publishers had to watch from a distance, helpless, irrelevant, as her success became impossible to ignore. That's what true revenge looks like. Not bitterness, not spite, but building something so undeniable that the world has no choice but to bow. Marcus Aurelius understood this well. As emperor, he was betrayed, opposed, and slandered. Did he waste time plotting revenge? No. He wrote Meditations, a book that still speaks across 2,000 years, while the names of his enemies are long forgotten. His success, his legacy, that was his answer. This is the Stoic way. You don't crawl into the mud to fight snakes. You rise above them so high that the air itself suffocates them. That's what success does. It elevates you to a place where their words, their games, their attacks can't even reach. Every time you choose progress over pettiness, you are declaring, "You no longer exist in my world." Every insult becomes fuel. Every rejection becomes a redirection. Every betrayal clears the path ahead. And when you keep moving, keep building, keep rising, there comes a day when you no longer even care about revenge, because your life itself is the victory. Here's the truth. Success is not just about money or fame. It's not about trophies or headlines. Success is walking into rooms they swore you'd never enter. It's closing deals they could never dream of. It's building peace and freedom so solid that their opinions turn to dust. So stop giving them your energy. Stop replaying their betrayal. Let your results do the talking. Let your life become the reply they can't argue with. Because the ultimate revenge isn't shouting or proving or fighting. The ultimate revenge is thriving. Part 4. Turning pain into strength. They thought pain would destroy you. But pain became the forge that shaped you. Look at Nelson Mandela. 27 years in prison. 27 years of walls, chains, silence. His enemies thought they had buried him forever. Yet when the gates finally opened, Mandela didn't come out broken. He came out unshakable. He turned suffering into wisdom, bitterness into reconciliation, and pain into the strength that united a nation. That's what pain can do if you let it. Epictetus said it clearly, Difficulties show what men are. The obstacle isn't there to end you, it's there to reveal you. Pain is not a prison, it's a teacher, a mirror, a hammer that breaks away what is weak, so only the strongest parts remain. Think about your own life. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every failure, you survived it. You're still here. And that means the pain didn't win. The fact that you're breathing, that you're listening to these words right now, is proof that the fire only refined you. The world tells you to run from pain, to medicate it, numb it, hide it. But the Stoics tell us something radical: lean into it. Not because we love suffering, but because we know suffering sharpens the blade. Diamonds are made under pressure, steel is forged in fire, and character is revealed through trials. Here's the cliffhanger. The very thing that was meant to bury you can become the very thing that elevates you, if you choose it. You see, pain strips away illusions. It shows you who truly stands with you. It reminds you of what really matters. And most importantly, it forces you to meet the rawest, toughest version of yourself. The self that doesn't fold, the self that doesn't beg, the self that can walk through hell and come out smiling. So don't curse your scars, wear them. They are proof you endured what was meant to end you, proof you rebuilt when others expected you to fall, proof you can take the hardest hits life offers and rise again. Because pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your power. Part 5. Redefining success. You think success is wealth, or applause, or the number of people who finally admit you were right? That's not success. That's a performance. Picture this: a man who lost everything in a divorce, his home, his reputation, even the respect of people he once trusted. Everyone whispered he was finished, and for a while he believed them. But slowly, he rebuilt not to prove anything to them, but to reclaim himself. He found a steady job. He raised his children with dignity. He carved out a quiet, joyful life. Years later, his ex may still gossip. But it doesn't matter, because he lives in peace. That is success. Seneca wrote, "The happy man is content with his present lot, no matter what it is, and is reconciled to his circumstances." Success, in Stoic terms, isn't measured by the size of your house or the weight of your bank account. It's measured by how little the storms of life can shake your soul. Think about it. Money can vanish, fame can evaporate, validation can be taken back the moment people change their minds, but peace, the deep kind that comes from self-mastery, that's untouchable. Here's the trap. When you make success about proving people wrong, you're still chained to them. You're still letting their opinion control your destiny. The real victory is when you stop caring about their approval entirely, when their silence or their insults no longer disturb your inner calm. That's what Marcus Aurelius understood. He ruled the mightiest empire of his time, yet he reminded himself daily that titles and honors mean nothing if the soul is restless. Success, for him, was waking each morning prepared to live with virtue, regardless of who praised him or who betrayed him. So, ask yourself, what does success mean for you? Is it applause, or is it freedom? Is it trophies, or is it the quiet confidence that no one can buy and no one can take away? Redefine it. Make success about inner stability, not outer noise. Because the moment you find peace that cannot be shaken, you've already won. That is the kind of success no one can steal. That is the kind of success that outlasts revenge. Conclusion. You want revenge? Stop thinking about them. Start thinking about yourself. The people who hurt you will one day wonder, where are they now? And when they see you walking in the light, they'll know they lost the chance to witness greatness. That is revenge. No words, no fight, just your presence. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." So rise higher, burn brighter. Let your life itself become the message. If this spoke to you, like, subscribe, and share this journey. And, in the comments, write, "I rise above,